Welcome to this channel, Heritage Documentary Television. Please, as you watch our documentaries, don't fail to like and to subscribe to this channel for more amazing content as we upload them and as they come your way. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to Heritage Documentary Television, the station that borders on the documentation of our history as a people, particularly as Africans, with a great concern to allow the African story be told the African way. Today we shall be taking a detailed look at the history of state creation in Nigeria. Before the advent of the colonial era, what we today know as Nigeria existed as different ethnic groups bound by marriage, language, culture. Military collaborations were necessary and economic pursuits. We had the Kanuris, the Hausas, etc. in the north. In the east, we had and still have the Igbos, the Calabars, etc. In the west, we had the Yorubas, the Ilajes, etc. And in the south, we had several tribes such as the Benins, the Urubos, the Jos, the Shekiris, etc. Communal living moderated the day-to-day life of the people. The colonial invasion, however, rearranged the natural setting of our people to suit the mission of the 19th century European romance with our land. An invasion that was motivated and driven by commerce, tagging along religion and education. The colonial invasion. By the 19th century, the Europeans had gone ahead of the rest of the world in science and technology, thus becoming the hub of the industrial revolution of the age. Europe of the 19th century thus became the workshop of the world, with growing desire for raw materials for her industries and for an army of able workforce, all of which could be found almost freely and in large supply in Africa. Hence the 19th century scramble for Africa among different European nations. The scramble for Africa by the European states led to the partitioning of Africa after the Berlin Conference of 1884-1885, by which Britain acquired Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, and Sierra Leone in the West African coast. From the year 1899, the British government started to establish and to maintain a colonial state in Nigeria. To achieve this, several measures were taken, some diplomatic and some forceful, e.g., the removal of visible opposition to the imposition of colonial rules, as well as the enforcement and expansion of British authority over the territory. The territory was thus divided for the purpose of administrative convenience into three distinct administrative entities: the Southern Protectorate, the Northern Protectorate, and the Lagos Colony. In May 1906, Lagos Colony and the Southern Protectorate were merged together and renamed the Colony and Protectorate of Southern Nigeria. The territory thus had two protectorates, the Northern and the Southern Protectorates, and by the year 1914, Sir Lord Lugard, the then British Governor General over the territory, amalgamated the Southern and the Northern Protectorates into a singular colony he named the Protectorate of Nigeria, otherwise known as the British Protectorate of Nigeria. In 1954, it became necessary to further restructure the territory for the ease of administration and control, hence the emerging of the geographical delineation of the colony into three distinct regions: the Western region, the Eastern region, and the Northern region. The three regions, therefore, were what our indigenous leaders inherited from the colonial masters when Nigeria gained independence from Britain in 1960. In 1963, the Midwestern region was carved out of the Western region to give credence to the minority ethnic groups of the Western region. That is, the Edos, the Esans, the Urobos, the Ishekiris, the Isokos, the Jaws, etc. However, the creation of the Midwestern region came with its own implications, as it now gave impetus to other minority ethnic groups of other regions of the young country to increase their agitation for the creation of their own regions or states. So on May 27, 1967, General Yakubu Gowon, the then military head of states, ended the regional arrangement and created 12 states out of the 4 regions that hitherto existed. The 12 states created by General Yakubu Gowon on May 27, 1967 are the Northeastern State, Kaduna State, Kano State, Northwestern State, Kwara State, Benue Plateau State, Western State, East Central State, Lagos State, Midwestern State, Cross River State, and Rivers State. Nigeria maintained the 12-state structure until February 3, 1976, when General Murtala Mohammed, who came into power in 1975 through a military coup, created 7 more states, bringing the total number of states in Nigeria to 19. General Murtala Mohammed retained 7 of the 12 states he inherited from General Yakubu Gowon, but changed the names of Midwestern State to Bende State to reflect the Benin and the Delta provinces that made up the states. He then broke down the remaining 5 states into 12 states. Northwestern State, that was divided into Niger State and Sokoto State. Northeastern State, that was divided into Bauchi State, Gongola State, and Borno State. Benue Plateau State, that was divided into Plateau State and Benue State. Western State, that was broken down into Ondo State, Oyo State, and Ogun State. And East Central State, that was divided into Imo State and Anambra State. Below, therefore, are the 19 states as announced by General Murtala Mohammed on February 3rd, 1976. Niger State, Sokoto State, Bauchi State, Gongola State, Borno State, Plateau State, Benue State, Ondo State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Imo State, Anambra State, Kaduna State, Kano State, Kwara State, Lagos State, Bende State renamed, Cross River State, and Rivers State. On September 23, 1987, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB, the then head of states, created 2 additional states, bringing the total number of states in Nigeria to 21. The 2 new states are Akwa Ibom State, carved out of Cross River State, and Katsina State, that was created out of Kaduna State. And on August 27, 1991, the same General Ibrahim Babangida IBB created 9 more states to make the total number of states in Nigeria 30. The new states created are Abia State, carved out of Imo State, Delta State from Bende State that was dissolved, Enugu State from Anambra State that was shuffled, Jigawa State from Kano State, Kebbi State from Sokoto State, Kogi State from Kwara and Benue States, Osun State from Oyo State, Yobe State from Borno State, and Taraba State from Gongola State that was dissolved. It's instructive to note that A. After the creation of Delta out of the old Bende State, Edo State emerged to retain Benin City, the capital of the old Bende State. B. After the creation of Taraba State out of the old Gongola State, Adamawa State emerged to retain Yola, the capital of the old Gongola State. And C. As for the old Anambra State that had Enugu as capital, Enugu State, that was the new state created, took Enugu as capital, while Anambra moved to have Oka as a state capital. Thus, Nigeria now had 30 states. The last wave of state creation so far came on October 1, 1996, when General Sani Abacha, the then military head of state, announced the creation of 6 new states, thus bringing the total number of states in Nigeria to 36. The 6 new states General Sani Abacha created are Ebonyi State from Abia and Enugu states, Ekiti State out of Ondo State, Gombe State out of Bauchi State, Nasarawa State out of Plateau State, Bayelsa State out of Rivers State, and Zamfara State out of Sokoto State. Closing. It is instructive to note that all the present 36 states of Nigeria were created by military heads of states. General Yakubu Gowon, General Murtala Mohammed, General Ibrahim Babangida, and General Sani Abacha. Thank you for watching this documentary. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content coming your way.